Well, hi, this is Jay Arthur, and let's talk about value stream mapping for Lean. I call it Lean Simplified. And let me introduce you to the power tools for this. They're called Post-it notes. I use the square ones for activities and the arrows for the gaps between activities. And let me give you an example. I worked with a group a while back, and it was taking them 140 days to process a transaction, if you will. And that just seemed entirely too long. And so what we did was we started to lay out the value stream, the map of what happened. And first step, log the request. And then they'd evaluate the request. And then they'd research the request. And then they'd decide if the request was valid or not. Then they'd schedule an exam, diagnose the patient, and treat that patient. Now at this time, this 140 days was the fastest of anywhere in the nation. Now, I always use these little arrows to show the time in between. But here's what I've learned from working in a lean environment with many different kinds of processes. You quickly discover that maybe 3 minutes out of every hour are spent with people doing something, or machines doing something, but the other 57 minutes are all spent the products waiting on something to happen. I call this the 357 rule. So what happened here was I asked them, I said, okay, so how long does it take to log the request? And they said, maybe 5 minutes. I said, okay. And then how long does it take to evaluate the request? And they said, 25 days. I said,